Hey everyone, Senrai here. Today I'm going to watch the 5th episode of Fantasy Bishoujo. And last episode I'd say was like a really, like I feel like the plot kind of like got a bit of a kickstart because we got into some real lore stuff. We got Schwartz, right? The guy that I call Kirito, but we finally got his name, it's Schwartz. And I was going to call him Kirito going forward to kind of bully him, but that's not cool. He deserves more respect than that, so I will call him Schwartz because he's doing his best to really fulfill that ideal light novel isekai, kind of protagonist, and I can respect that, and he has all my encouragement, right, going forward. I hope things go well for him. So we also got the iconic bunny ears on Hina-chan's head, so she can now be more stealthy, kind of fight against that charm effect without having to use a paper bag. So that's certainly good. We had a 200 IQ planned from Hina-chan to remain a hikikomori while still being able to explore an isekai world by just staying inside the interdimensional room and come out whenever there's something exciting happening, right? Great plan, but it was rejected, and there were some shortcomings that were brought up about it, but still was a great plan. But anyway, so yeah, also the whole goddesses thing we got into, Hina-chan was actually summoned by the goddess of love, but I think Schwartz was summoned by a different goddess, so if we can meet like other people from the real world, that'd be great, especially if they can all be like, it'd be great if they were like, could be like different references to different isekai shows. Obviously, Schwartz is that stereotypical, isekai protagonist, but there are other isekai protagonists too, like you have the girl from Slime Taushita, you have Ain's old Gon from Overlord, right? There's certainly other type of isekai protagonist you could do if you really wanted to like push that reference button. But I don't know if they want to go too specific. I mean, I'm pretty sure Schwartz was specifically a Kirito reference, but and if it is, you definitely could do that with other people, which would be hilarious. But anyway, yeah, so it'd be like their makeshift version of Isekai Quartet. Anyway, let's just jump on into the episode and see how things go. Should be pretty excited. And only one way to find out, though. So let's jump on in. 3, 2, 1, play. Dang, gotta work that time. I had a great intro the first time, but I messed it up, so I had to redo it. That sounds like a great idea. I think her just chugging it, just one of my favorite parts of the opening for some reason. Show off that skin, exhibitionist. Show off that cloak, Schwartz. Yeah, Princess. I think granted Princess was a isekai character. I don't know how that would work, but it would be interesting. I also looked up Schwartz's voice actor, the guy that plays Naofumi from Shield Hero, so definitely has that isekai protagonist experience. Okay, we're right in. Oh yeah, we're going on a mission to like defeat a suit of armor or something, right? Audrey. Yeah. Did she do that? I don't think she'd do that. Then why are you complaining about it? It's kind of defensive. You're kind of doing something right now. It's great to see somebody else kind of fight against it. That's great. doing. There's an effort there. A little bit rude, but just call him Schwartz. Sure. Does he actually like that? Yeah, she basically wants to marry him. That's pretty clear. I mean, she gave him a nickname and all. Yeah, living armor, that's what they called it. Living armor. Guess that didn't work. That's rough. Well, Audrey just chews over there. Okay, that's something. Fatality. The word always makes you think about Mortal Kombat. Oof. Okay, well, that actually... I wasn't expecting to run into the armor this quickly. I'm a little bit caught off guard, but let's go. Okay, so straight up... Is it saying that the armor is the Isekai character? Is that what that meant? On your feet, Schwartz. You have a much better chance that way. Swoosh! Just mud on the whole freaking forest. Yeah, be a little bit considerate for the elves. They've gotten bullied enough in this show. I mean, one in particular. Cut out the rest of her hair. Mother. That's what we're saying. You nailed it. Let's go, Graham. Okay, let's see what you got. Okay, I mean, looking pretty good so far. I mean, nobody ever doubted his skill, but he just gonna lack experience, but he's definitely got power. Oh no, the stripping. Oh no. At least he took out the collar. I guess that's a silver lining, but that's a little bit embarrassing. Such a cool outfit too. Oh, not the sword. Man, when they said they were stripped of everything, they really weren't exaggerating. And that was like a special sword. Hopefully we can get that back. Yeah, crack it up like a piñata. Well, we're ready to get stripped. It's like I'm watching High School DxD. I was like, what? Who's Audrey? Is she around? Yeah, luckily he's around. You can poke an eye out with those things. Good thing he wears glasses. Stop. What? What? You want to get married? What? I. Ah. Oh, I get it. It's to make him mad because it's better than his. Is that the idea? Is that a lot? Not how much of a frame of reference? Is it worth a year's of that person's salary? Damn. Let that sink in. Okay. I guess it was a just roundabout way to get the morale boosted. Oh, that was like a crotch shot. Yeah, but I don't think he did much. Okay, there's the close. It was only a matter of time. Very important to hide the chest. Vizd. What kind of name is that? Viz the incomparably skilled. I'm not convinced by that name. Yes. Yeah, I was actually not even sure for a while what gender that character was. I kept kind of flip-flopping in my head, but I'm glad we got that clarified. I was leaning towards female. No need to force yourself, but I mean, if you insist. I mean, Schwartz already wound up naked, you know. If somebody else does, it should make Schwartz feel a little bit better. Ow. Well-placed head, though. Maybe you shouldn't propose when you're looking so lame. It's just how it goes. Yeah, man. Just maybe we should sit this one out. Guys, can we get back to fighting? We got this cool armor and stuff, and I'm powerful. Can we battle now? It's not bad, is it? The sleeves are too long. It's a lot of Moab points in that. A lot of points in that. I mean, you wouldn't understand. He understands. He's a man of culture as well. Armor Kun. I can remember that name. Better than Bizd. Right. I knew there was a name for it. I couldn't remember it, but that's it. You bring up an arrogant to prove the point. Because it does happen a lot in arrogant, you know. Not that I would know, but I would. But I mean, she is all wet, so clearly she needs to, oh, wow. Yeah, Bai is right, jeez. But that is, it's classic for a reason. Hey, that's nothing wrong with being into that. Yeah, that's... The text doesn't lie. Oh. What? What? How could you dare? How dare you say that? This man just tells lies. Yeah, this is it's kind of important, man. That's a good question. Okay, let's not kink shame over here. Yeah, it's not okay, man. There's definitely nothing wrong with liking bunny girls or maids. Yeah, she basically is a bunny girl. Oh, wow. Yeah, I can live with that. Can that be our new outfit? Simple. Yes, please wear one of those two. Let's get some more imagination sequences going. I'm more into the short, personally, but... Boosto! I knew this was High School DxD. Full spec. Are we going for like a belly flop? Are you gonna get one punched? Is that going to give him power? Imagining. Oh, wow. I mean, Long's not bad either. But, yeah, let's go. He's got his motivation, his fuel. Did we win? Is he going to show his true form now? However that works. It's like the One Punch Man gif, almost. It's just kind of fitting, because he's kind of One Punch Man. Okaide Nasai Goshijin Sama is the best. But again, are we just going to keep ignoring the bad guy? I'm trying to feel really bad for him. Because he says all those cool, Chuny lines and stuff, and he just gets handled by this salaryman talking. Oh. That I did not expect. Moe Kyun, I have never seen spelt that way, but okay. I mean, yeah, I was pretty sure it was like Chuny kind of thing. The more I watched it, especially if it was an isekai character as well. Human, she says. Boko Boko. I kind of like her. Wow. Okay. That's gonna get you smacked. Oh. Yeah, you don't do that to the person that's got you all tied up. Yeah, I figured she'd hold a grudge about that. And she spits on her to add insult to injury. Not a smart move. Something to cry over. Those are torture devices. Start breaking those fingers with that thingy. What? So is Viz more of like an RPG kind of girl, More than like a, isekai anime protagonist, kind of a RPG loving girl. She almost kind of comes across as. Damn! When did we become allies? Just kicked everyone out. So now the torture devices? Couldn't tell if that was a scream of pain or something else. And whose legs were those? They look like female legs, but never know in this show. One blow. Okay, crap, I forgot her name. Jahi, that's what it was. Too late now. Calm. Okay, we got a name. Is that a goddess or? Yeah, it is. I don't know. That really is quite the outfit. Fake. Okay, can we just stop? You think he's already dead? Does that interest you? It's important not to lose faith, I guess. I want to look at her voice actress. You wish. That's not Audrey. It's so weird seeing it be called that for several reasons. Yeah, that's where Audrey stays. In that flat door. You wouldn't understand. You walk into a door to just walk into another door. She's not decent. Imagine it'd be a really weird sight for somebody to walk in on. Well, life was often disappointing. Yeah, and Audrey became a female fairly recently, so the house, yeah, is not going to look very feminine. Is she going to tell him the whole truth? I think he was told the whole truth. Reality is often disappointing. Good question. Sounds about right. Really? I expect you would know better than that. Quite the whole. So yeah, it really wasn't expecting her to have like actual demon lord allies that would come and help her, but I guess she does. I just kind of assumed a lot of it was in her head, but what do I know? She's clearly got somebody she associates with. You consider yourself a protagonist, a hero. At least she admits it. No shame. More flashbacks. Hand holding. Yeah, you're gonna come play with us whether you like it or not. Just get on his level. $22. Well, it's probably not going to be Schwartz. I mean, now I'm curious. What does it say? I feel like that's not true. I mean, we always knew that was a fake name, but I'll probably still call you Schwartz no matter what it is, so you can show us. Yusha, yeah. Yeah, skills are what it's all about. 5 luck. Goddess of Night, that's who it was. Liar's Mask. And he still got his hand over the name. Are they really going to tease us on the name? Did he spot something in the sky? Yeah, that's something. What did you do? They're not going to show us his name. I mean, it's probably just like a painfully normal Japanese name. But I'm curious now. Because like in Danganronpa, the one girl, Celestia, whatever, she has a fake name because her normal name is just a regular Japanese name and not foreign and fancy sounding enough. Really should play the second Danganronpa game one of these days. So I can actually watch the Flaming Sharks Let's Play of it. because I really enjoyed his Let's Play of the first game. I really got off subject, didn't I? I still can't believe we haven't met them yet. The, two girls that I point out a lot. And we're almost halfway through those two girls. Like, I'm starting to get more convinced that they're potentially isekai people, considering we actually met an isekai person this episode in the armor. At least I'm pretty sure that's what they said. I can't remember if they actually directly stated it. I know like the title or something that popped up said as much, implied as much, but... And you can kind of assume any super powerful entity that pops up out of nowhere. Oh, wait, where? Well, what did I walk in on? A guy reincarnated as a fantasy knockout and a free spirit. Okay then. Well, that was the 5th episode of the Fantasy Bishoujo. And okay, where do I start with this episode? It was certainly an interesting one. We kind of knew going into it that we would battle a magical suit of armor or something, right? And I don't think it occurred to me initially that it could be an isekai person, but once they presented that idea to me, it certainly makes sense. And also the Hina-chan's charm effect seemed to be working on our I don't remember this character's name, the police officer character, the one that arrested us, whatever her name is, right? Hina-chan's charm effect has kind of worked on her too, which I think I wondered before if it had any effect on the females, but I guess it does, which is good to know if that is indeed the case. Okay, here it is, yeah. Episode 5, a guy who reincarnated as a fantasy knockout and armor that moves. So, I mean, I guess you could read that, now that I look at it a second time, I guess you could technically read that two different ways. Like, you can make those two things separate. Like, because I read it as, like, there's a person that reincarnated as a knockout and there's a person that reincarnated as the armor that moves, but it could be more separate than that. Like, yeah, this, Hina-chan exists, oh yeah, there's like an armor, I guess, but... So it is possible I kind of took an implication from it that wasn't there, but it still makes sense to be an isekai person, right? But anyway. But, because I think because it made so much sense in my head, that idea, I just ran with it, and judging by the behavior of the character, I think you could definitely assume that. Just, because it just seemed like really self-aware levels of, like, chuny battle dialogue. I don't know how to really describe what I'm trying to say. But, like, it just really felt kind of on the nose. I don't know how to describe it, but I kind of got that impression the more I was watching it. Like, somebody who had, like, seen something like this on TV one too many times and wanted to emulate it because they finally got a chance to, because they finally got cool powers. Like, that's kind of the vibe it gave me. I could be completely off base. I'm always ready for that fact, but that possibility, rather. But, yeah, the one of the quirks with this armor is that apparently it likes to strip people. And the first victim was, in fact, Schwartz, and... kind of be expected, because Schwartz does kind of, the world does kind of just shit on him a little bit, it seems like, everyone kind of bullying him, he's kind of the butt of their jokes, he does seem to kind of like have fallen into that role, so, definitely has my sympathy because of that, but, unfortunately, reality is somebody's got to fall into that role, and if you were picked to be it, then that's unfortunate, but at least do it with pride, don't lose heart. And you can still get a lot of respect, and that's kind of how it's got to be, I guess. But yeah, nobody seems to think much of him, have much respect for him, or really believe him, really, with some of the things he says. So it's definitely kind of rough. But, so, Schwartz is the first victim of the stripper armor, and I really wish I remembered her name, government official lady, she was the second victim, and that actually allowed us to know that she is in fact female, which I wasn't sure one way or the other. I was leaning towards that because that's just the impression she gave me, but, this is a show where, you never know, our main female character was a dude, and apparently also the armor that I thought was a guy is a girl, so yeah, never know for sure, but so I'm glad we got the confirmation. And I also like how Hino-chan was quite surprised about it, the same character that, again, used to be a guy, so, she should be able to believe a lot of things in regards to that subject. But, so, is there much more to say on because the name of the armor was Vizd, which is just a really weird name. Like, at least it's short, unlike the paragraph of a name Schwartz has, but still, it's still an odd name. Doesn't really roll off the tongue. But, man, poor Schwartz. But also, we had, Hina with the, the long sleeve outfit, the, boyfriend shirt thing. She had that going on, and boy, does she make the look work rather well. Not only did we get some good stuff in that regard, we also had some, like, imagination visuals of Hina-chan, like, wearing a maid outfit or wearing a bunny girl outfit, which not too different than what she's got now, because she's sort of got bunny ears now. So, yeah, I do like how in the middle of this big old fight, we had plenty of time to talk about, all this genre stuff, what you're into, because we covered bunny girls, maids, the boyfriend shirt thing, the welcome home master thing, which kind of goes hand in hand with the maid thing. It's basically very maid cafe kind of thing, right? So if you've ever seen an anime that had a maid cafe episode, you'll have heard that sentence before. But yeah, they're just having this silly conversation in the middle of this serious fight, and Biz, I keep forgetting that name. Biz, I'm gonna say the name was. She was just like wanting to fight, and they were so distracted, not paying attention to her. Like it had a bit of real blow to her pride, because she really did come across as a very prideful sort of girl, and yeah, she lost pretty handedly. Like didn't put in much of a fight at all, and that's, I guess, to be expected. Jinguji has been kind of a One Punch Man kind of character, so it was inevitable. He was all fired up and everything, but also, yeah, the Moe Kyun mid-card thing. But yeah, Hina-chan looks good in it. She really does look like Gabriel from Gabriel Dropout in certain shots. Oh. Also, yeah, we got her hung up, and man, she is such a feisty one. Namaiki, Kusogaki. I don't know what you want to call her, but yeah, she was a lot to deal with. She straight up spit at the female character's name I don't remember. And she did not appreciate it, especially after getting stripped and all that. So she had plenty of reason to be mad at Biz. But Biz also got broke out because she does have friends in high places. Just made that big old hole and did a breakout, no big deal. Wearing quite a sexy outfit too, so can't imagine a better escape, really. Just kind of carries her off into the distance. Also, Schwartz learned a couple things this episode. One, about our magical interdimensional room that we just kind of take with us. And also that Hina-chan used to be a guy, which he seemed to be a little bit disappointed about that, Personally, it wouldn't be a deal breaker for me if, magic caused Hina-chan to look like this, right? So, I'd say it's all good, but, Schwartz seemed a little bit disheartened about it. We'll see if he gets over it or not. But, yeah, that whole just... Not the most subtle breakout ever, but got the job done. And of course, some more flashbacks showing that good bond between Hina-chan and Jinguji. That one shot from just sitting on the jungle gym thingy, looking all confident. It almost reminded me of what's the one show called? Sakamoto Desuga Nanika. Right? I never watched the show, but I've seen like screenshots. I've seen like his iconic pose. I think it's kind of like that. It made me think of that as I was watching it. But also, we got into the idea of Schwartz's name, which is a mystery, because he doesn't want to show it. Like, him not wanting to show it made me really curious, but it's got to be some stereotypical Japanese name, right? Like Yuki or, I don't know, what's a really common Japanese name? I don't know, Sato, Takeru, Tanaka. Tanaka's a really stereotypical Japanese name, Tanaka. I don't know. But probably something like that. But we did get to see his skills here. Blessing of the Goddess of Night, which is at max. When the Demon of Desire reigns, level 3. Liar's Mask, X. What is that about, Liar's Mask? Just mean he's good at lying? Will of Steel, level 1. Survival, level 1. These definitely sound more useful than just, names. Hina-chan's, charm ability, which does have its uses, but not like battle useful, if you know what I mean, right? And because they keep calling her Audrey, they keep throwing me off because it makes it hard to remember her actual name. But yeah, Renaissance with the Dark Knight's Blood Pain, Journey to the Distant Sky, and Ping Pong. Why not? why not ping pong? You know, it's somehow even more useless than Hina-chan's ability. But so yeah, interesting list. And then the sky opens up. I think that's what we ended off on, just a random rip in the sky opening. Not quite sure what to make of that, but that's something to get us excited for next episode, I guess. I just want to know when my girls are showing up. The red-haired girl and the princess question mark that she's with. Like, I feel so teased. It's starting to like become painful now. Like, you can't show such a appealing character in your opening and or ED and then not have them show up for half the show. That should be against the law, honestly. Because it doesn't make anybody happy. It's just upsetting. But I'll deal with it. Because I can't just like stop watching before they show up. It's how the show gets you. It makes you invested. You gotta stick around because you know they're gonna show up eventually. So you can't just not watch. You can't just drop it because the characters you want to see haven't shown up yet. It's dastardly. It's clever. It's a 200 IQ play and it's horrible, and it works. But yeah, I'm still pretty sure that new girl was an isekai character. Like if freaking Schwartz is an isekai character, I gotta assume she is too. I don't know if we actually saw a symbol on her though. I didn't really look, but I assume one's on her. But I don't know. If there was a shot where she did have one, you could see it, feel free to let me know, but I'm pretty sure. And yeah, if she is, I'm sure they'll clarify it later on. But so yeah, what exactly did she say in the interrogation? I actually wasn't paying that much attention to the dialogue because I was just kind of enjoying the scene itself. But because I know she was like really feisty. I do kind of want to go through the scene again slowly. I mean, she calls them human despite very much looking like a human, which is why I get those Chuni vibes. And she mentioned comrades there, like, you know, saying they're gonna beat him up and all that. But at that point, I thought she was just full of it, you know. But and the best part is just like she gives this aggressive spew and then like tuckers herself out and starts breathing heavy. That was a great moment of it. Yeah, because she asked for specifics on the comrades and the numbers and stuff, and you know that's when she spits on her. So she didn't even give us specifics, which made me even more doubt that the comrades even existed. But man, I guess she should be lucky that spit didn't go in her mouth because she was talking at the time, so it very much could have happened. And if that did happen, if it just like went right in there, like could you imagine the look on her face after that and just what she would do to Biz afterwards if that actually is how that went? And she looked so smug and satisfied with herself after she did it too. But man, that eye-opening thing she did, like she's lucky she got out of that alive, honestly. Viz, that's what it was. Thank you, Viz. I kept saying Biz, but yeah. And then she actually clarified that she does definitely hold a grudge, but because of the clothes, it kind of goes without saying. But again, I always appreciate clarification generally. Yeah, we got some tears, a little bit sad, but not really because she really had this coming. But yeah, because we had Jinguchi ask about where the Demon Lord itself is. Let's see, what answer did she give? Oh yeah, I think she like avoided the question, right? Yeah, she started to get all like, "What, you don't know? You haven't realized it yet?" What does she mean by that? Because I don't think she gave any more details in this conversation. Man, she was just so freaking smug to this whole bit. I'll have to gather more magic. Yeah, she kept talking about that, I think in the jail cell later too. Gathering magic before a hero appears, and that's when Schwartz walked forward, being like, when a hero appears, milady, I don't know if you realize, but I've been here the entire time. That's kind of what we got from Schwartz. You know, kind of reminded me of Endro a little bit, you know, because there was a girl that was like the hero class, but, you know, they're like, you can't be a hero because the Demon Lord's not around yet, you know, and all that, so you're just Mushoku, you know, no jobless, right? But, and the music playing too, as he stands up, you know, that kind of triumphant sort of music. That name, I think I would bite my tongue at least 3.5 times if I tried to read that full name out loud. And she calls him boring. It's poor Schwartz. just kind of pile on after that. So yeah, they really didn't give any specifics at all about the Demon Lord, but just her attitude when the question was asked was just so weird. Like, it almost seemed like the Demon Lord was closer than you might think. I kind of got that impression. Like some maybe just hiding in plain sight or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Because at first I thought maybe she was implying that she was a Demon Lord, but it wouldn't really make sense, so... I don't know. I don't know why, because she could have just been like, I'm not going to tell you, it's a secret, but she just got really smug in, putting on airs about it. I don't really get why. It really made me curious, though, exactly what that was all about. But I guess we'll find out. But just she had a very odd reaction to it. But yeah, I'm sure we'll figure out in the future what's up. But I think that's all I wanted to say on the episode. It was a lot of good stuff, a lot of comedy with the battle scene, a lot of silliness, a lot of new characters being introduced with both of our magical armor girl as well as the girl that kind of like Ryder from Fate Stay Night that showed up to help her. So, and since she rescued her, presumably bringing her to some base of operation, we can potentially meet more of the comrades if that's the case. But if there is some kind of demon lord, Mao in this world, I would like to meet that character too. But for now, we're just with meeting the two girls that just have eluded us until this point. Because I can't even think of any context where we're like gonna transition to meeting them, right? I can't really think of one, but I'm sure they'll figure something out. But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I am continuing to enjoy the show, even if it's, withholding what I want from me, but it'll give it to me eventually. It's got me in the palm of its hands like that. But yeah. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the episode. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to it, and I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.